Ever wonder what it looks like when the people shaping policy on our screens actually look like the communities they serve? Uh, for years, television often presented a limited view uh, of who held power, but a shift is happening. We're seeing more shows where Black characters aren't just reacting to the system, they're actively rewriting the rules. Um, but it's not just about representation. It's about exploring the complexities of power, justice, and systemic change through fresh perspectives. I think so let's dive into some series where Black protagonists are taking the lead on policy reform. Annalise Keating, the formidable lawyer from How to Get Away with Murder, is didn't just defend clients. She challenged the very foundations of the public defender system, taking her fight all the way to the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, Olivia Pope in Scandal navigated the halls of power in Washington, manipulating outcomes and shaping national policy with a calculated precision. These characters demonstrate how individuals can leverage their positions to influence change, even within established structures. The Wire offered a grittier look at reform with Major Bunny Colvin's radical experiment, Amsterdam. By legalizing drug sales in designated zones, they aim to reduce crime and prioritize community safety, sparking debate about harm reduction versus traditional policing. For Life brought a true story to life, following Aaron Wallace as he fought for his freedom and challenged the corrupt criminal justice system from behind bars. Grey's Anatomy saw Dr. Jackson Avery move beyond the operating room, taking on the systemic racism within healthcare. As the head of a major foundation, Station 19 showcased Dean Miller's innovative Crisis One program, pairing firefighters with social workers to de-escalate mental health crises without police intervention. And these examples highlight how change can come from within incentive demanding more priorities and practices. Empire saw Cookie Lion using her celebrity and personal experience to advocate for prison reform, shining a spotlight on inhumane conditions and demanding change. James's ghost St. Patrick in Power attempted to leave his criminal past behind by running for office, aiming to revitalize his community through economic development. And these characters demonstrate the power of individual voices and the potential for uh, redemption. That is, The Good Fight featured an all-Black law firm taking on cases of police brutality and discrimination, pushing for diversity and accountability. Queen Sugar followed Nova Bordelon's relentless activism, fighting for social justice and challenging systemic racism in rural Louisiana. These shows portray the long, arduous process of grassroots organizing and the importance of community engagement. Black Lightning blended superhero action with social commentary as Jefferson Pierce fought for educational reform and protected his community from government exploitation. That Abbott Elementary showcased Janine Teague's efforts to improve public schools, navigating the bureaucracy, and advocating for the needs of students and teachers. But the means of the gender it's so important that it changed the change and to individuals. Godfather of Harlem depicted the unlikely alliance between Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X empowering the residents of Harlem and challenging the established order. Mrs. America highlighted Shirley Chisholm's groundbreaking presidential campaign pushing for inclusivity and challenging the status quo. These stories remind us of the courage and determination of those who came before us. Um, Women of the movement portrayed Mamie Till Mobley's transformation from grieving mother to civil rights activist, sparking a movement and demanding justice for her son. Small acts showcased the Mangrove Nine's fight against police harassment, exposing institutional racism and challenging the legal system. And these powerful narratives remind us of the ongoing struggle for equality and justice. SWAT featured Hondo Harrelson's efforts to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the Black community, pushing for internal reforms and accountability. Good Trouble followed Malika Williams' journey from activist to policymaker, advocating for social justice and fighting for change within the system. The Chi showcased Trigg Taylor's transition from community leader to city councilman, fighting for economic development and empowering his constituents. Pearson depicted Jessica Pearson's navigation of the corrupt world of Chicago politics, fighting for justice and advocating for the needs of her community. And these shows demonstrate the complexities of power and the challenges of affecting change within established systems. And they remind us that the fight for justice is ongoing and requires the dedication of individuals willing to challenge the status quo. So which of these characters inspires you the most? Let us know in the comments. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.